What is going on, YouTube? It's Real Kevin Ellis coming at you with another quick video. Go ahead and leave comments on my teeth. I don't give a crap. I'm here to talk about becoming a sergeant, E5, in the Army National Guard. I know it's been a hot minute since I've been up here, so I'm going to just give you kind of like a rundown from when I started to up to now. Sorry it's been so long. I used to make a lot of videos about like what to expect at basic training and what to expect at AIT at Fort Gordon. I think it's called Fort Eisenhower now. And what to expect before deployment, what deployment was like, and all this. And basically, I'm back from deployment, and I recently got promoted. And now I'm on drill weekend, and you know, got a little bit of downtime, so I thought I'd make a quick video and just talk about it. So yeah, basic training was the worst fun I ever had. If you're about to go to basic training, you're watching this video, which you're probably not, because I'm pretty sure the title is going to be becoming sergeant. But basic training is the same. Don't bring anything. You don't need anything. It's definitely going to be easier to overpack than to underpack, because you literally don't need anything. Anything you need, you can buy. You're not going to need a laptop just yet. You can bring all that stuff to AIT, but yeah, basically just do what you're told. Show up on time. You're gonna get smoked either way. You're gonna get like in trouble either way, because there's gonna be somebody who drops the ball. There's gonna be somebody who doesn't follow directions. Your drill sergeants are gonna say everybody be here at 0600 in PTs, and somebody's gonna show up at 0610, or somebody's gonna show up in OCPs, and everybody's gonna get in trouble. And, you know, you're going to learn how to start checking your homeboys and homegirls like, yo, you were late last time, so let me make sure you get there 15 minutes early like the rest of us, so we don't get in trouble. Anyways, yeah, basic training's fun. Get a little crew. I had a little crew, everybody was my crew, but I had like my 2 or 3 or 4 soldier or battle buddies that we really just had a good time and made jokes, and the time went by fast. And, anyways, AIT was like so much better because you got a little bit of freedom. It's really easy to succeed in AIT, and it's really easy to be high speed because there's a lot of people who aren't. So if you're doing the right thing and showing up on time and doing your best, then you're gonna definitely stand out. So I always recommend that. So yeah, I came in as a PFC because I had got some college done before enlisting, and then while I was deployed, I got promoted early because, you know, they don't, I feel like, and I'm saying I feel like because I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't cost your leadership anything to give you a waiver to be promoted to an E4. Like, they kind of want to see you promote. At least that's what happened with me. I had a 1-star pull me aside. Was it a 1-star or might have been a full bird, actually. Colonel pulled me aside and say, hey, why are you still a PFC? And I'm like, I just joined not that long ago. He's like, well, I don't like to see privates around here. Let me see if I could help you out. And then like a month later, I was specialist. And anyway, so deployment was fun. I went over to the Middle East, to a couple countries that don't serve alcohol, even though I don't drink alcohol. But I know there was a lot of people kind of pulling my chain about where I was and where I was making videos over there. And, you know, just, I don't even feel like responding to those people who have nothing better to do than to, you know, look at my YouTube channel and critique me and what I'm like. Obviously, OPSEC is a thing. Obviously, I'm not giving away our location, but there are definitely people who are like, I feel like haters. And if that's one of you, you know who I'm talking about, where you just comment something stupid like, oh, what about OPSEC? What about OPSEC? Okay, all right, yeah, I know. I'm stateside now making this video. But anyways, so yeah, I was overseas in a couple places that didn't serve alcohol, and it was a lot of fun. Actually, I think Kuwait is on the map, and everybody knows about Kuwait. I gotta tell you, some of the best sushi I ever had was in Kuwait City. And it was, the Kuwait City Mall was a lot like the Beverly Center. I feel like it was like the Beverly Center in Beverly Hills, or West Hollywood, wherever it is. Anyways, Kuwait was fun. Everywhere was fun. The food was fine over there. Deployment was great. You hear about deployment gains. There was really nothing to do on your free time besides, I mean, I guess there was a lot of stuff. You could go to school. You could hit the gym. You could go eat out. There was a lot of places to eat out. There's a movie theater, swimming pool. So yeah, you'd be surprised at how much you can actually get done. How much you can actually get done overseas. So I get back, and I'm not even thinking about promotion at this point because I'm kind of over the Army. I'm like, I don't want to say depressed, but I'm just not feeling it. I'm just straight up not having a good time. I'm in a division, and with the division, it's kind of like a much larger scale, and I feel like the lower enlisted are kind of like if you play chess, I'm going to make a chess analogy, and if you don't play chess, then shame on you. You should go learn or Google what this, or chat GTP what this analogy means. But anyways, I felt like as lower enlisted, we were really treated as pawns. The E7s are like the bishops, and the East, I'd say the E7s are the rooks, and the E6s are the bishops. And you got the warrant officers and the lieutenants that are like the knights, and way too many queens and way too many kings. And then you got the pawns, and so that's I was feeling kind of stuck like a pawn. So that's why I'm going to talk to you about why I enjoy being an E5 now, because and the joke is like E5 is the new E4, like sergeant is the new specialist, but because there's so many sergeants now. But I do enjoy having that little bit of responsibility, and I guess you can argue that every soldier, no matter what the rank, has a responsibility. But like for instance, this morning I noticed that a soldier was missing his rank, and he was missing his unit patch, and I didn't yell at him and say, "What the hell is this?" I was just like, "Hey, bro, you're missing your thing." And it was well received. It was just like an FYI, like I'm gonna tell you before somebody else gets on you about it, but like in basic training, everybody's getting smoked if somebody's missing their unit patch or their flag is on backwards or something like that, So I don't know. I feel like being E5 gives me a chance to be a leader, and again, you can be a leader at any rank, and there's some trusted NCOs that have told me that along the way, but I feel a little bit more confident in my ability to lead, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Or if there's vague instructions, shout out Sergeant Ball, hit me with the, in the absence of leadership, take charge. And I might feel like because, I was a 32-year-old specialist, maybe I can take some charge here because I understand what's going on, and I almost know exactly what the NCO is going to say, so let me take charge. But when you're a specialist, it doesn't really hold that much weight. Whereas now as a sergeant, in the absence of leadership, if I'm taking charge, I can say, you know what, given all the facts, this makes sense, and I think this is what we're going to do. And when it's you and a bunch of E4s or a couple E5s and lower enlisted, then when I say, hey, this is what I think should happen, it's like I have more of a leg to stand on. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not like guessing and trying to, and again, it's not about bossing anybody around. It's just about being a leader. One thing I absolutely love about being sergeant, and I don't even know what I'm going to call this video, because I've touched on a couple things, but one of the things I absolutely love is good morning, Sergeant. Whether that's like a lieutenant or an officer greeting me at the gate, or especially when it's like a private or a specialist, and they're like, good afternoon, Sergeant. And I'm just like, what? It hits me. And even in my civilian job, I work at an Air Force base, and I use my Army CAC to get on base. And sometimes, the airmen, especially the lower enlisted airmen, hit me with the morning, Sergeant. I'm just like, yeah, that's right. Good morning. It's kind of fun. I enjoy it. If I had to say 3 of the things I like about being sergeant the most, is definitely the ability to lead. Like I said, if I could articulate that better, it'd be like, I don't want to say the authority even, but kind of like I guess I could say the authority, but it's like expected for an E5 to step up and lead, right? The second thing would be the good morning, the greeting. I actually really enjoy, because I always respect the sergeants. You know, good morning, Sergeant. Good afternoon, Sergeant. How you doing, Sergeant? Let me get that for you, Sergeant. I always enjoyed, and that's how I always was. So I thoroughly enjoy getting that greeting to me. And the third thing I would say, I guess, the pay. Get a little bit more pay. Get a little bit more pay. Even though, you know, I should make a whole separate video about the whole VA disability process. Because if you're on disability, then it doesn't really matter your rank, because if you're collecting disability pay, then you're not collecting Army pay. But the E5 pay is significantly more. I guess that's objective, but I think that the pay is significantly more as an E5 than an E4. I guess you can argue that, like what's hot, you know, the hot sauce. Is it hot? I might think it's hot, but you might think it's not, and he might think it's spicier than mayonnaise, you know, like, so it really depends. But I think you get paid a bit more. I'm not going to talk numbers because I don't know them, and that, you know, I think Nicki Minaj said if you have to ask about the price tag, then, you know. But anyways, yeah, like, I'm not like, yeah, the extra $13 or the extra, you know, $138 or whatever it is. I think it's about that, somewhere between 13 and 138. I don't know, give or take, but it's more. So that's a good thing. What else can I talk to you guys about before I finish this video? Like I said, I hit the VA disability. There's a lot of perks to be had. Wherever I was, I ended up getting my combat patch, which is nice. And you know, did I shoot a terrorist in the face? No, I didn't. Did I dodge a bullet? Nope, didn't. But because I was somewhere where the chance of that happening was higher than where I am now in the United States, they paid me a little extra, like imminent danger pay. And because I was there, and I don't remember if it was, what, 10 days or 30 days? You have to be there. You couldn't just, actually, I don't know. I don't know. But I think you had to be there at least a certain amount of time. It might have been 24 hours for all I know, but you have to be in this location for a certain amount of time, and all of a sudden you get to wear this shoulder insignia, which this is my old unit patch, and because I was deployed with this unit at the time, I get to wear this on my right sleeve, and that's called a combat patch, if you didn't know. So yeah, like I said, the deployment was great for me. I got to get combat veteran status. I got to address some of the things that I was dealing with and still am dealing with, and I won't go into it in this video, but maybe if you're lucky, I'll go into it in another video. If you know, you know. There's a reason why I'm like freaking manically talking right now. Also because I'm a little bit bored, but anyways, shout out to you guys for watching. I'm sorry it's been a hot minute since I made a video. I hope that I don't get any haters saying that I'm divulging some personal information, because I don't think I am. I don't really care that you know my name. The video is about my rank. Obviously, U.S. Army National Guard. Shout out to California. Shout out to Gavin Newsom. Shout out to... No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to get political. But I am glad Uncle Donnie's back. Oh, shoot. I can't even say that. Can I say... Now I gotta delete the video. Or I could just... Damn it, I'm so mad that Uncle Donnie's back. What the heck? Anyways, no, actually, you know, it is what it is, but I guess I'll lose some followers. I guess I'll lose some subscribers now. I don't really have a dog in the fight, but, you know, whoever is at the top is my commander-in-chief, so I can't say anything bad about whoever's my commander-in-chief, even if I wanted to. I don't. But if I did, I couldn't. Anyways, what else? I think that's enough video. I feel like I want to go maybe one more minute. What can I talk about? Steeple. Wife is doing great. The kid is doing great. We're driving a GLI nowadays. Got rid of the Dodge Ram. Got to renew my Security Plus. Linux user now. Arch Linux is what I'm learning on. So if there's a video about anything that you want to hear about or know about or correct me on, feel free to hit me in the comments, and I will definitely see y'all in the next one.